Hey you guys, what it do? Desert Goose Gaming TV here, and today we are here to react to a. I'm going to do something entirely different. That's right, we are going to react to three true lockdown horror stories. The channel is by Mr. The channel's name is Mr. Nightmare. Go take a look at his channel. Guarantee we are it's good. It's got to be good, man. I just wanted to try something different. And if you're wondering why I'm sounding like this, I'm gonna try and record one video tonight. Then I'm gonna get me some sleep, so that way I can be fully ready to do whatever I gotta do. But this is just something I wanted to give out to you guys out here. So let's just go ahead and get right to the reaction.
I was 16 in my junior year of high school. I had 9 periods in the school day. 5th period was lunch, and straight from there was my astronomy class. My astronomy class was actually held in one of the 2 basement classrooms of the school. My high school was big. There were 3 floors, and even that wasn't enough to accommodate all the classes offered. So the school built 2 classrooms in the basement. It was honestly kind of creepy down there when nobody else was around. It used to be a janitorial area. However, it was remodeled to better resemble a typical hallway. The only thing, there were no intercoms or loudspeakers down in the basement at that time. For that reason, no classes were held down there first period for the morning announcements. Everyone referred to this little section of the basement as the chamber, and everyone always tried to get classes down there just because it was air conditioned and the classes were typically easier. Plus it had its own bathroom down there.
Huh.
We had a quiz in astronomy that day. Usually I was one of the first done just because I found the class easy. After I finished my quiz, I texted my friend who was in the other basement classroom to meet me in the bathroom because I was bored. He told me okay. I walked out of the classroom and down the small hallway to the bathroom. A few seconds later, the door opened and my friend JJ entered the bathroom. We were joking around for a while until JJ checked his phone and said someone texted him saying the school was going on lockdown. We both looked at each other with the same grins. Neither of our teachers saw us leave the classrooms. That meant we had free range of the school while it was on lockdown. We agreed to sneak upstairs and look around the hallways just for the hell of it. The worst that would happen is that we'd explain how we couldn't hear the announcements in the basement classrooms.
That is kind of weird when you think about it. Somebody actually, sneaking around when the fire drill goes off and during lockdown, and some people can actually have the free range to do whatever they want. I mean, it'd be cool, but you know, it'd be just a little bit on the tad side different, I guess you could say. But but you had to cover up something to make sure it'd be a good thing of doing it. So I guess that kind of makes sense in a way. You know, it's just the way I could sense it.
The basement door to the main floor. We were surprised to find all the lights had been turned off, so the hallways were pretty much pitch black aside from the light pouring in from the doors in the lobby. This was legit because usually the lights were left on in the hallways during lockdowns. Something was going down, and we didn't know if we were even comfortable walking around now. JJ stepped out a little further into the hallway, and I followed suit. JJ then looked down the hall and said, "Who's that?" I looked, and emerging from the darkness was a man. At first, we couldn't tell if he was a teacher or not, but as he got closer, we realized that this guy wasn't dressed at all like any staff member. He was dressed like a bum. "Alright, let's go," I told JJ as we hurried back down to the basement. He surely saw us, whoever he was. We saw both classrooms had their doors shut and lights off, so to avoid making a scene, we decided to hide in the bathroom.
Huh.
I shut the light first thing, and then we both went to hide in the corner stall. There was complete silence in the room. No ventilation, no heaters, nothing. Just the sound of me and JJ breathing, and an occasional drip from the sink. The door to the bathroom suddenly opened, and light from the hallway poured into the bathroom for a brief moment. The door shut, and the bathroom was once again pitch black. Me and JJ tried our best to control our breathing. The room was so silent that we could hear somebody walking over to our side of the bathroom. The person stopped and started breathing really heavily, as if they were out of breath. Me and JJ were both scared to death. JJ did something very dumb. He whispered in my ear, "We have to crawl out through the other stalls." The room was so silent, however, that even JJ's whisper could be heard from across the room. The heavy breathing outside the stall stopped, and the person tried pressing the stall door in. That was when I whispered, "Go, go," to JJ. We both crawled under the sidewall to the next stall over, and then the next stall, and then finally out to the other side of the bathroom. The person was now full on banging on the stall door. Me and JJ hopped up off the floor, opened the door, and as the light filled the room again, we saw the guy from upstairs in the corner. We pounded on the door to JJ's class. The teacher let us in within seconds. JJ explained everything as the teacher locked the door, mentioning a gun sticking out of the man's pocket. I was shocked to hear this because I didn't see a gun, but I went along with it anyway. Usually a bunch of high school students would be laughing their asses off at two students causing a scene like this. I noticed all the kids sitting in the corner looked concerned. A sudden bang at the door made everyone jump, and a couple of girls squeal out of fear. JJ, the teacher, and I could see the man standing at the door, looking through the window while trying the doorknob. After a few bangs on the door out of what seemed to be anger, he turned and walked down the hallway back to the stairs. We don't know how much longer the lockdown went on for, but for over an hour we sat in silence in the room, other than the teacher occasionally asking me and JJ questions in a very concerned tone, shaking his head after everything we would tell him. Eventually, somebody from upstairs called the teacher, and he instructed all of us to single file walk up the stairs and out of the building, where we would be greeted by cops.
Okay, now, yes, there was a story, actually. One time during high school, we was all locked down. I guess because there was like somebody walking around the school with a gun or something back in high school, and yet, they didn't let us out. They couldn't let us out. I know they had their point to it, but they really they should have really let us out of the classroom because it was just a little bit easier, so that way we could have gone home safely. And they should have just maybe put it on a early release or something. You know what I'm saying? It was just how could I say it? It was crazy at one point. Because honestly, it was crazy, and yet we were looking at the door, making sure nobody was there and stuff like that. And we made sure, and but everything was cool, and we still continued the day afterwards. I was surprised we still continued, even being in a lockdown situation. We didn't leave the building. We could have easily left if we wanted to. We could have easily just gotten home if we wanted to, so that way we didn't have to sit there all those times. But yeah, that was a very crazy story. I can tell you, it was very stressful in a day that day. But thank God I don't have to go back to school though, because a lot of people are, but that's just the thing. So that way, be easy that way. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue this reaction.
Me and JJ did the best we could at describing the man to the cops and to the dean. One of the cops patted me on the back, and we were sent off to go home. After this incident, the school installed cameras everywhere and ramped up the security budget. This incident never got media attention, so honestly, we never found out if police caught the guy. I'm convinced that man had no other intentions but to kill us then and there in that bathroom stall.
Alright, I guess I'm going to put the video on hold for now. We will continue with story 2 for the top 3 lockdown horror stories. But now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please drop me a like, comment down below, subscribe, turn your post notifications on to let you know when I'm going to be uploading for my next video. And yes, I'll try to make this into a part 2 situation as well. So I'll make it into 3 parts. So far, this is part 1 of story number 1 on this video here. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, Dragoos Gaming TV signing off, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Deuces.